Hey, this is Cam for the Brother Slim, back with another Kingdom Death unboxing. This one being a mystery package. Look at this little guy. Let's pop her open and see what we got. Oh, look at that. A whole bunch of baggies full of goodies. Woohoo! I managed to find online a fellow selling a whole bunch of game content without minis, and I thought that sounded really exciting, so I went ahead and did it. This also includes the 1, 2, 3, I think 4, and then yeah, that's something else. So the 4 Wanderers from the most recent delivery, which I was really curious about, but didn't want to fork out the money for. And personally, I think the minis are really, really cool, but I'm more keen on the game content. And huzzah! There we go. So I think we'll save those until the end. And then let's see what else is in this bag. Also, as an aside too, the person that sent it labeled it all and bagged it all separately, and it's just a freaking gem. Love it. Okay, so we'll put that up there. And let's see what else we got in here. I think some things might be things that I already have just from the legendary card pack, but definitely not everything. What do we got here? I think this is from, honestly, I don't know. Let's open it and see. We'll put that off to the side. Echoes, maybe? I think that's what this is. We have some fun character-specific tokens. I think her name's Aya the Survivor. She's in a whole bunch of different things in Kingdom Death and a bunch of different minis and such ever. That's cool. And what do we have in this little baggie? Yeah, I think this is from a pinup thing that they did. Oh, I should have brought some Pokey to open up this bag. Teeth will have to suffice. There we go. One sec, I need to find something sharper. There we go. Yeah, so just at a glance, I'm pretty sure that these are alternate cards, alternate art cards for things already in the game based on the pinup stuff. So this is a trait for the Berserker. So draw +1 AI every monster turn. Not the Berserker, the trait is Berserker for the Butcher. So that's the pinup Butcher art. So yeah, Butcher AI, good stuff. That's fun. And then battle tempo is Kingsman. Archive battle tempo if you have the King's Step secret fighting art. It's an interesting choice to have the art over top of the text, so it's a little bit less usable. Familiar face. So this is also Kingsman. This is way better, like having the text present but also showcasing the art. Also, that's adorable and terrifying. The Kingsman removes its helm, revealing the face. Yeah, so we've seen that come up before. Legendary card. I really like this alternate version of the card because it's, for one, it's still extremely legible and you can use it. But two, it's also very art forward and fun. The pinups are not something I don't think I would ever personally buy, but having some fun game content in it too is cool too. These are, I think, just alternate extra cards, which I haven't done anything with previously, and I don't know if I will, but a whole bunch of extra art on them is cool too. So maybe we'll see if there's a way that we can incorporate them into a campaign at some point. Very cool, very cool. Then tokens, I don't know if I shared this side, but there's just black on that one too, black and white and color, which is cool. So put that back in the bag. And what are these? Also, this box is fun. What? I don't know what this box is from, but it looks like at one point it was definitely a Kingdom Death thing because that is the white line in there. Very cool. Okay, what are these? So Echoes 4, pattern system. What is... Okay, so the pattern system I know, and then these are, I assume, older versions of it, is my guess. Let's open it up and see what we got. So the pattern system, don't need to look at the rules because already playing with it. Vault key earrings, so insight level 2, plated shield, also level 2, tempered spear, tempered axe. These orange backs, oh, they're not. They are black backs. Tempered dagger, Selkirk eye tack. Well, those are cool. Then we actually have the items here. So Vault Key Earrings. While you have this in your gear grid, choose one of your disorders and ignore its effects. Oh, that's fun. Oh, so these are probably the early patterns when they had a different color back. Plated shield, frail shield, that's interesting. Deflect 1, and also sharp while you have any deflect tokens. That's really cool. Picks up a little bit more. Tempered spear, reach 2, add +1 to your spear specialization roll results with this weapon. Oh, that's really, really neat. Tempered axe. When you use axe specialization, your second attempt to wound the selected hit gains sharp. Also cool. Multiples of that one. And tempered dagger. Paired. While using this dagger, you may discard all other drawn hit locations to gain that much luck for your second attempt to wound that location. Whoa! That is really interesting. I haven't used any daggers yet at all, and that sounds like fun. Roll 3 hit location die and note the results. The next time you are hit, use one of these results. Oh, that's fun too. Ooh, that's really cool. It's kind of like D&D Divination Wizard, but in Kingdom Death. Cool. Well, those are all freaking awesome, and I have no idea where they're from. If anyone knows where they're from, let me know. Okay, so we'll put that back in there. Cool, cool, cool. And then what are these? We have false messengers. We have, don't know what this is. Let's look at this, and then we'll go through the rest of the echoes next. A strange spot. Also, again, the fact that these are all bagged separately, so it's all like easy to figure out, is so kind. Huge ups for taking the time to do that. A strange spot settlement event. A man-sized patch in the darkness. Oh, Belt of Gender Swap. I think this was from... I don't know what this is from. A man-sized patch. While in your gear grid, change to the opposite sex. Okay. Separation anxiety. Oh, this is probably... It's got to be more... whatchamacall? More pinup stuff, because there's alternate art cards, so that's probably what it is. Do we have multiples? Yes, we do. So we have Separation Anxiety, which is a... I think this is, yeah, the Dung Beetle Knight. That's fun. And again, this one actually has all of the rules clear and legible, which is awesome, just in a smaller font. Baller. Yeah, so why? Why have it's totally hidden? I don't really get that, but I mean, it is still cool. It's just not usable at all. Tombstone. Don't have the Manhunter, but that's freaking sweet. And again, it looks like this is legible. I don't know if there's anything hidden behind there or not, because I never actually played this guy, but still, that is cool. All right, so far I think the patterns are my favorite. There we go, let's put that up there. So that's Echoes 4. Dark Seamstress and stuff, we already have that from the Legendary card pack, so we won't bother opening that one up. Then we have Echoes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool! So I think the Echoes are all... What are they called? They've got a specific name. Strains! That's what they're called. Strains. So ethereal... Okay, here we go. So the strain system. And the strain system is being expanded on in Campaigns of Death, which... as per a Kickstarter quote from Adam, is supposed to be, I think, printing this month. Yeah, printing this month rather than shipping. No way it's shipping this early. Okay, so we have the Ethereal Culture Strain. When a survivor consumes a Brain Mint gear while they have 4+ Black Lichen in the storage settlement. I mean, like, that shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. Trepanning Strain. When a survivor survives the Trepanning Barber Surgeon Endeavor 5 times. Cool. That'll be easy too. Opportunist. Survivor with Prey or Secretive Disorder has 15+ Insanity. Giant Strain. Marrow Hunger has a child from Intimacy. I feel like that should be doable too. And then here we have the different effects. So Ethereal Pact Fighting Art. Oh, I love the art on these. Backstabber Fighting Art. Infinite Lives Fighting Art. Giant's Blood. Cool. Super cool. So that was Echoes 1. We'll go Echoes 2, so we'll do this in order. Let's move those just out of the shot there. So this is the same idea, so more strains. Oh, and there is a Cool. Strain Fighting Arts. We do actually have dividers. Gotta love that. What is this guy? Oh, fun. Okay, well, let's look at the actual unlocks first. Marrow Transformation. While the hand removes a broken leg, or when the hand, from an injury with bow weapon specialization. That doesn't sound easy, or sounds very specific. Hypercerebellum. When 2 survivors with a prey disorder have a newborn. So prey bebes. Surgical Sights. When a survivor in the settlement with ocular parasites gains the Extra Sense Fighting Art. Ocular parasites is based on how many campaigns you've played, I believe. Mimetic Symphony. During the settlement event Weird Dream, a storyteller tells a well-told account that includes a dreaming survivor hearing the Devil's Symphony. No idea what that means. And then there we go. I'm not going to get into the specific details of what these are, but we have the Convalescer Fighting Arts. Rolling Gate. I really like the look of these cards. They're really cool. Shielderang, which sounds Captain America-esque, and I am down with that for sure. That sounds cool. And then, what is the last one? Infernal Rhythm. Ooh, I really like that art. That is cool. Super cool indeed. We'll put that back in here too. So that was Echoes 2, and then we'll do 3 next. Oh, you know what? This one I know what it is, and I'm stoked on it. Okay, so same idea. Oh, it actually has more of those too. Not that we'll need them, because we've already got them. But nice that they're included anyways. Okay, so Ashen Claw Strain. The survivors are defeated by the Gold Smoke Knight. I mean, you basically have that happen. Spoilers, I guess. If you beat him anyways. So this one I might just go ahead and straight up unlock. This is actually the one I'm most excited about too. Okay, so the permanent effect. Let's go ahead and just read this. Departing the smoldering scene, the Gold Smoke Knight unwittingly crushes the claw of a fleeing crab spider. Desperate to survive, the crab categorizes its mangled claw on a nearby golden ember. It heals anew and much larger than before. The crab shares a secret with its crab family. I love that. Permanently add the Armored Fist Fighting Art to your fighting deck. Permanently add Vermin Fiddler Crab Spider to your Vermin deck. I don't know why. Crabs are freaking cool. And Crabs in Kingdom Death sound freaking sweet. And more crabs, please. I was actually really tempted to get Survivors of Death 2 at Gen Con this year. Just literally because of the crab band and the crab stuff. Ultimately, I decided something about like the Survivor minis with a little bit of game content hasn't really been appealing to me, just because there's so many Survivors that I have that are unpainted or unbuilt, and I'd rather kind of kit bash and customize my own than do existing minis, even if they are really, really cool ones. It's a personal take. Obviously, the minis are freaking fantastic, and I'm sure people want just the minis, not the game content too, which is the case of the person that I purchased these from, which is perfect. Carnage Worms. A crazed survivor witnesses the settlement with cannibalize. Endeavor 8 times at sacrifice in a single lantern year. I have no idea how to make that happen. Material feedback. A survivor archives 4 resources from their hoarder disorder. I feel like that should be fairly straightforward. Sweat-stained oath. A survivor gains a sword during the hunt or showdown and uses it to deliver the killing blow that lantern year. Cool. Stockist. And some Sunstalker armor. That's cool. Armored Fist. That's the one I want. Your Fist and Tooth attacks gain strength equal to your current armor value of your arm's location. Super unique and really, really neat. And there we have the Fiddler Crab Spider. Oh, that is so sweet. Look at that handsome crabby. Love that. And then Sword Oath. Cool, cool, cool. I think that's probably the last one. Oh no, one more. Dark Manifestation. I think that's Dragon King armor there. And then that's probably the last one. Yep. Cool though. Super cool. We'll pop that back down there and move on to Echoes number 4. Interestingly enough, this one doesn't come with the separators, which, again, fine by me, just kind of interesting to note. Snarling Amygdala Strain. A survivor with Rageaholic and Berserker consumes a frenzy drink. Cool. Lifebound Page Strain. A survivor witnesses their partner vanish from history during the scribe's book. I don't know if I've ever seen that event. Colluded Birth. A settlement with Protect the Young. Roll a 1 and a Lantern 10 during the same intimacy event and picks the 10 result. Resolute Pillar Strain. If a razor maggots kill a survivor during herb gathering. Never seen that, I don't think. Oh, that art is sick. Cross Counter, a fighting art. Curse Conductor, that name is super cool. The monster has -1 accuracy and evasion while you're the monster controller. That is sweet. And when you wound the monster with an arrow, gain the monster controller tile. Oh, cool. So that's a way to kind of game it and use it as a solo player. Beginner's Luck. Sieging Offense. Cool. Yeah, that is neat to me. I'm excited about these. And these are all just kind of just a little extra too. Obviously paid for them. They weren't free, but and I was excited for them. But the main bulk was the Wanderers. So we'll get to those Wanderers in a sec. First things first, let's take a look at False Messengers. And I don't actually know what's in this one. So we'll pop this out. Come on. There we go. Model Cache. So that looks like a settlement event, if I were to guess. Settlement event. Indeed, it does have the hand symbol, though, which means you probably don't, if I remember correctly, you don't have it just off the bat. You need the means to add it to the campaign. And I don't think that that has anything to do with these items. We'll look at the items. Oh, we'll look at the cards quick first. Also, I will say, especially with like a brand new cards, I don't know what it is about the finish on the KDM cards, but I struggle with moving them. So Intrepid. So these are disorders, but again, they have the hand symbol on them, so you don't add them until you're told to. You yearn for adventure to go alone and be undaunted. Gain the Shield of Courage. Pattern. Struggler. You are damned with a cacophony of ominous power. Gain Binding Chain. Anachronistic. You belong to a simpler time. Fist Tree Cudgel. Martyr. Your impossible ideals are inspiring. Gain the Spirit Mask. You are guardless when you die. You are guardless when you die during a showdown. Stuff happens. Install guide. Okay. This product includes a pillar card, a type of campaign setup card introduced in Campaigns of Death Volume 1. To play with the contents of this release without Campaigns of Death Volume 1, perform the following steps. Okay, so you could just literally just add it to play and add the disorders to the thing. Add Model Cache to Lanterneer 5 on the timeline. Cool, well we might just put this right into play because why not? Binding Chain, pattern card. First Tree Cudgel, pattern card. Shield of Courage. Pretty cool. Spiral Mask. Very interesting. And then False Messenger. So this is the pillar card, which is, again, Campaigns of Death is coming out later. Cool that it's called Campaigns of Death Volume 1. So False Messengers. Add that thing. Level 5. Add that other thing. Add all disorders to Discord deck. Cool. And then there we are. Then we have the mask. The items here too. So we have the Spiral Mask. When you die during the showdown, place 2 tokens on this gear and give it to another survivor. When you're regardless, you have +1 luck for each token on this card. Oh, that's pretty cool. Binding Chain. Sentient gear that points us can be activated without being insane. On arrival, gain +1 accuracy token for each sentient gear you have in your gear grid. Interesting. First Tree Cudgel. Surpass 5. If your personal survival limit is 1, this weapon gains devastating 1 and strength equal to the current lantern year. Your personal survival limit is 1. I don't actually understand the personal survival limit, but gain strength equal to the current lantern year is interesting for sure. 2 attacks on 5 up is good, and strength equal to the lantern year. I don't know how that one would work actually. And then we have Shield of Courage. Deflect 0, irreplaceable. When you deflect with this gear, erase any number of filled courage boxes to increase that deflect by 1 for each block. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, we'll bag this up, and we might just start playing with this too. There we go. Get you back in there too. Put that off to the side, and we'll finish baking that up after. And now, what I am most excited about, the Wanderers. So I'm not going to spoil myself by reading through the book fully, but I am kind of curious just to take a little look at things. So this one is, what's her name? What's your name? What's your name? I think this is Goth. Yep, Goth. There we go. Cool. So we'll take a really quick look through the book. Oh, it actually feels like really nice quality material too. So contents: Goth plastic sprue, knowledge, well, no mini for me, and that's by design. Knowledge cards, fighting art, Arc Survivor record sheets, divider, 2 rare gear, innovations. Good stuff. All right, so adding Goth to your campaign. You add her on Lantern Year 4. Cool, cool, cool. A little bit of story, different abilities and such. And so she is an Arc. So I think these are all Arc survivors, and I'm curious if I can add her in a non-Arc campaign. Let's see. So Goth is an Arc survivor. Divergent strain, good stuff. Told her philosophy. Goth and fighting arts. Using Goth in a non-Arc survivor campaign. If she wanders into a settlement without Arc survivors, she's unable to share her knowledge with the settlement. Nevertheless, her influence spreads. Okay, so we can use them, and we might use one in our current campaign, but basically they are optimal in Arc survivor campaigns. So here's the intro, and there's an awesome piece of art to go with it. Oh, these little booklets are cool. I'm excited to get into Arc survivor stuff. And there is what the mini would look like. Some more cool art. I wonder if we should use this one in our current campaign, because she's got a collar on, and it is a doggo themed campaign. Not to say that she's a dog, obviously, but just a little bit of fit there. And let's take a looky-loo what we have in this bag quick. Common katana. Ooh, so a katana super early on is my guess. 2 6 up and 4 strength. Silent weapon. When you fail to attack with this, cancel all failure during your attack if you have no noisy gear in your gear grid. That's really neat. That's rare. Rapture bracelet rather than collar. Accessory selfish. At the end of your attack with a melee weapon, if you're standing, make another attack with the same weapon. It gains slow for this attack. That is also really cool. And then the fighting art, adrenaline, non-Arc survivor campaign only. Okay, cool. So we would still get something. At the start of your act, you may gain a movement that must be used to move, gain an action that must be used to activate a weapon. Limit once per showdown per option. That's cool. Goth Concealer. So that is a... what are these called again? I just totally blanked on them. Not Endeavors. Innovations? Innovations, I believe. Just the 2. Yeah. And then these are the knowledge cards, which we wouldn't be able to use if we use her in our current campaign. Oh, I love the blue. That's really, really pretty. Then level 2, level 3, level 4. Oh, that full art is sick. Okay, that is really, really neat. Yeah, I'm super stoked on this. All right, cool. So we'll put that up over there, and then on to the next one. Aeneas. This one is the hungry one, I know that. Come on out of this bag, please. There we go. Hungry or content. Okay, so this looks like a kind of status thing. It's pretty cool. We'll go really quickly through the art in this book. So I'm assuming the rules are going to be the same. So the first one was introduced at Lantern Year 4. Aeneas, I'm going to really struggle with that name, is introduced on Lantern Year 7. Same idea. You can use her in non-Arc campaigns. So there's her introduction. Consumption. Oh, she be munching a whole feast. Very neat. Oh, that's... Oh, wolves. That's also kind of doggo themed. So maybe we could use her too. The Boy and the Wolves. Interesting. Well, if anyone is curious and also watching the KDM campaign, let me know with what sounds more interesting to add to our People of the Stars Doggo campaign. Aeneas the Wanderer or Goth the Wanderer? Okay, we'll pop this open really quick here too. We have, looks like one item, a Moon Wolf Charm. Okay, so yeah, the wolf stuff is strong. During the aftermath before rewards, reveal the top 3 cards of the monster resource deck, gain 1 and shuffle the rest back into the deck. If the monster has no resources, gain 1 insanity. That sounds cool, so more resources. Dubious Fair Fighting Art, non-arcs only, so you may consume a monster resource from a node 1, 2, or 3. Roll a d10. If the resource is Indomitable, add 3 to it. Ooh, wow. So gain a +1 permanent strength or an opportunity to gain +1 permanent luck, but not a very good opportunity. And you'd have to eat an Indomitable resource to do it. Oh, Indomitable resources. That's fun. Gleaming Gizzard. Consume, roll this, archive this to roll. On a 1 or 2, you die. Ugh, I don't like that. On a 3+, gain a once per lifetime reroll. That's fun. Also, I guess that's pretty thematic for being what looks like, yeah, the Phoenix. Prime Beast Steak. Versatile ingredients. This resource may be used in place of all listed monster resources in any cooking recipe. That's cool. Cat's Tongue. A survivor may archive this to give all their melee weapons except for Fist and Tooth sharp until the end of the Lantern year. Short-term benefits, though. Calling Cuisine. So that's not an endeavor. What are they? I don't know why I totally blanked all the words for them. Moonwolf Style, Secret Fighting Art. When your wound attempt on a hit location succeeds, you may ignore it and attempt to wound the selected location again with +2 luck. Ooh, that's really, really cool. I quite like that one. Maybe we do Aeneas then. Oh, Rousing Whale, a Secret Fighting Art for the Screaming Antelope. Action. All hearing knockdown survivors stand up, gain monster level insanity. If you're adjacent to the monster, it gains a flinch token once per round. When a monster with a flinch token attempts to perform a reaction, cancel that reaction and discard this card. Ooh, that is really, really neat. There's an Indomitable trait here too. Additional reward, gain one random Indomitable resource. If you do not have any for this monster, gain nothing instead. Okay, so that's just kind of adding this. And then Dubious Fair. So this is, again, if we add them to our current campaign, we wouldn't get to use these. But we are planning on playing multiple campaigns. That is for sure. 2, 3. And is there one more, or is it just 3? Looks like just 3. Cool, though. Super cool. There we go. Put that off to the side here, too. And next up, Candy and Cola. Yeah, I am freaking hyped on these. I'll definitely be adding one to the current campaign. It feels like it's probably not optimal, but why not? I want to. And yeah, so definitely let me know in the comments if you're watching that campaign, if you would prefer to see Aeneas or Goth. Okay, so Candy and Cola. So we got slave-looking lady. Emerges from the darkness, haunted by her past. Cool stuff. So all the rules, and then the intro. So there she is. She shows up all covered in blood. That totally gives me Sailor Moon hair, or Sailor Moon vibes, and I am here for it. And that's what the mini would look like. Pretty cool. There's the art. I think this is not the intro. This is it the intro? Yeah, I think it is. Distant Echoes. That's a really cool piece of art. Bubbling Over. Soda Pops. Yum. Might just needs to have a frickin' K-pop Demon Hunters themed campaign with her in it. I don't think that single movie has enough character names to totally evoke enough survivors for a campaign, but it would be a fun start. Oh wow, this is a freaking fat stack of items. So we get Splash, Trinkets, Item Consumable, Fragile, Soluble, Soda. During your act, you may consume and archive this to remove 3 bleeding tokens and erase all permanent injuries you suffered this showdown. Whoa. Citrine Brew. During your act, you may consume and archive for -1 movement token and the priority. Okay, -1 movement does not spark joy. Emerald Dewdrop. Roll a d10 for each lantern 10 rolled. Gain a speed. Oh, to roll 10d10, not just one. Interesting. Gladiator Garb. You may gain a bleeding token to ignore a hit. Limit once per round. Ooh, I do have an idea. I really want to do like a bleed specific campaign sometime in the future, probably after the next one. And so I think Cola might have to be involved in that. Monstrous Fizz. During your act, you may consume to gain additional action and movements. Ruby Cola. Increase your attack roll and wound attempts by 2 until the end of the round. Sapphire Syrup. Gain 3 reroll tokens that archived at the end of your act. That's cool. Sharpened Heel. Savage. After you make a wound attempt with this, you may gain a bleeding token to increase your result by 2. Limit once per round. Also really cool. Teary Tonic. Oh, look at that sad, sad creature. Gain 3 insanity and a random disorder. Then Candy gains a heart if she was not the survivor who consumed. Okay, so there's multiple Teary Tonics. Amethyst Splash. Okay, and that was the first one. Cool. Phantom Friend. So I've heard that Phantom Friend is a fighting art that already exists for a different expansion. And then this is specifically an additional copy of it, which you can also add to your deck. So first time you gain a resource during a showdown, you may feed it to your Phantom Friend. If you do, archive the resource and gain a evasion token. Cool, cool, cool. Reframe. Fighting art. Non-arc only. During your act, you may spend 2 survival to remove one of your disorders. Limit once per round. Whoa, that's cool. Soda fountain. So there is, I assume, how you make the sodas. Trinket. A special gear rule. This gear is portable enough to carry without being an encumbrance. A survivor may carry up to 1 trinket outside of their gear grid. That is super neat. I like that a lot. And then here we have the knowledges. Once again, arc settlements only. Reframe. Also, this art is really, really cool. Reframe 3. Oh, and then 3 is the last one. Cool. Alrighty, Roo. And then last but certainly not least, we have probably the one I'm personally most excited for, Death Drifter. I don't know anything about the game that he's from, but there's something about the look and the vibe and the art style that just really speaks to me, shall we say. Death Drifter, the Wanderer. And the Phoenix armor just goes hard too, especially with a lantern lightsaber thing. Cursed by the Stars. Oh, Cursed by the Stars. That sounds pretty on brand for the current campaign too. The plot thickens. Okay, so yeah, fighting arts instead. Whoa. Did I skip the page there? Yes, I did. But still. Death Drifter joins the settlement. This is really, really cool. That art goes freaking hard. And what year does he show up in? Lantern year 6. So we could add him also. There is his sculpt. Oh, that is cool. I don't know, have any idea what's going on, but that looks sweet. Oh man. Just with the star theme, this might have to be the one. This is really, really cool. Oh, and there's a frog dog. I mean, I think that might have just sealed it. We might be adding Death Drifter to our current campaign. Yeah, I have no idea for any of these things going on, but that is all super freaking cool. All right, and we do get some gear from him too. So Death Drifter Cloak, irreplaceable. After you roll a d10 as part of the Death Drifter knowledge or fighting art, you may change the roll result to a Lantern 10. Limit once per round. Once per round sounds extremely strong for whatever that ability is. Severing Twilight. 2-hand, finesse, lantern, order, other. 3 speed, 6 up, and 7 strength. Irreplaceable and deadly. When you wound with this, place a prep token on a weapon in your gear grid with load. I don't think I have any weapons that have the load property. Twilight Knives. Range, dagger, finesse, order, other. Irreplaceable, sentient. Oh, load. There we go. Cool. Range 6. Suffer 2d10 brain damage. Your next attack with this weapon gains deadly 7. Limit once per showdown. So you can basically lobotomize yourself for an extremely likely chance to crit. Wild. Violet Drifter Cloth. Strain, item, cloth, other. Ooh, strain. Increase your personal survival limit. Double the settlement survival total. Very, very interesting. So there's a strain in here too. And then we have, okay, let's pick up just the small cards first. So Chain Dash is the fighting art for Death Drifter. After performing Dash, roll 1d10. On a 5-up, you may immediately perform another Dash, ignoring round limits. On a 10-up, you may perform this Dash without spending Survival. That's really cool. Okay, so Living Glossary, so we got the load terminology, which is cool. And then Eternal Dash. Oh, there's a strain in here too, cool. Death Drifter performs Dash 8+ times in a single round. Oh my god. That's really, really neat, and I'm curious how hard that is. Chain Dash. So this is the knowledge, so we're not going to read it so it's not spoiled, but we'll look at the sweet art. Then Dashing Thrust for 4. I don't know what's going on that piece. Oh, he's dashing through something or other. Maybe, oh, it's a Butcher. Cool. Guarding Rush. Oh, that art is also so sick. Phasing Strike. Man, there's a lot of these. That's a White Lion. Oh man, yeah, I think this might have to be it. I think we need to include this guy. This is just too freaking cool. Beauty. Well, we'll leave that there, and I'm going to clean all this stuff and get it organized. But thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we'll catch you for the next stream and video soon, I'm sure. As an aside, we recently, or we, me, I should say, reached 250 subscribers, and I mean, like, there's not very many people, but it is so cool to have more and more people on board watching the channel, because it's absolutely just a fun hobby thing, and it's been so much fun to do, and the fact that more people are enjoying it as well is just a treat. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!